Hello, third grade, and happy Wednesday. I'm going to go ahead and show you what your Scholastic News assignment is today. You're going to go to homeroom. You know where homeroom is and where to find it in courses. You're going to go all the way to the bottom of homeroom where you have all of your websites here, and you're going to hit on Scholastic News. Now, this is the Scholastic News page where it's going to ask you to log in. If you have taken a good look at our assignment, which you are since you are watching this video, you have the code right here. It's BANBOOK 4019. That is the classroom code. Now, I am a teacher, so I'm going to log in with my teacher ID, but you are a student. When you log in, you're going to put I'm a student, and then you're going to log in with BANBOOK 4019. And if you don't know where to find that, remember to always check the assignment. It's in the assignment. BANBOOK 4019. Okay, so we are logged in, and we're going to go down here where it says Browse Latest Issues. We're going to do the November 16, 2020 issue. We're going to do When Pilgrims Landed. We're going to click on that article in the spirit of Thanksgiving coming up. And we're going to have this pop up. And what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and open the present view of this magazine because that's the fun view. And here you have the magazine. And what is so great about this issue is that it's filled with so many fun informational videos. It's a special Thanksgiving issue filled with nothing but everything Thanksgiving. And so what we're going to do today, you're going to read this entire magazine. You're going to have fun. You have a lot of time to just immerse yourself in reading this magazine and exploring the videos. There will be a comprehension assignment to do right under this, so make sure you are paying attention to the main story. So the main story is When Pilgrims Landed, and it's 400 years ago the Pilgrims sailed to America. Their arrival changed history. So to get a little bit more information on Pilgrim life, I want you to watch this video here. So you're going to watch this video all the way through to get a background knowledge on Pilgrim life.
Pilgrim life.
And it's filled with information about that time period and what life was as a pilgrim. Now, that video is right here where it says watch now, 3 videos you'll love. Pilgrim Life's right here. You just click on that link. Another video I want you to watch is The Wampanoag Way. And this is a video about the Wampanoag culture and their life. Those were the tribe, that was the specific tribe that the Pilgrims came in contact with when they came to the New World, the Wampanoag. And then I also want you to watch this video, The History of Thanksgiving.
What holiday do you think of when you hear these words? Turkey, pumpkin pie, families gathering.
So you have those 3 videos to watch to give you some background knowledge before you start reading this issue. And this issue is so much fun because it's a special Thanksgiving issue. I'm going to talk about some features on here. The first feature I want to point out is the zoom in. Let's zoom in. So it looks really small at first. You can always zoom in as many times as you like to look at the magazine closer. I recommend that before using this feature, which is read aloud.
U.S. History. The Plymouth Story. The Pilgrims are famous for building a settlement called Plymouth. But do you know the whole story?
Do you know the whole story?
As you read, Underline a challenge the Pilgrims faced.
I just want you to
Circle
keep
a challenge the
in mind that a challenge the Pilgrims faced and a challenge that the Wampanoag faced. So as you can see, when you can pause the video,
Wampanoag
you can pause
faced.
the read aloud whenever you need to.
Imagine this. It's the
And also notice that it highlights the words as it reads it. To zoom back out, zoom out is right here. Zoom out right next to zoom in. Another feature I want you to pay attention to are the bolded and highlighted text, like here. I'm going to go ahead and show you with my highlighter. Right here, we have, it's not letting me go in there for some reason. It's like, no, you're not allowed on the magazine. Okay, well, maybe that's not going to let me do that. Let me go back to here. But here is, I'm going to go ahead and zoom in so you can see it from here. Here's settlement. So say you didn't know that word or what it meant, or another word. It says words to know. These words to know are very important. So it has a little glossary here for you to know. But also, you can click on that word. That word is a challenge. You can click on that word, and it will read it to you. Now, I have to zoom out to see this whole card. It will read it to you and tell you what it means. And this whole section here, if you press this blue arrow, will go through all the vocabulary that may be new to you. So all you have to do is press that blue speaker there. Now I'm having some mouse issues here. Let's try that again. There we go.
settlement. A small town. After arriving in America in 1620, the Pilgrims built a settlement called Plymouth Colony.
So here you're going to be learning about the word settlement, and then there's other vocabulary words like alliance.
Alliance. An agreement to work together. The two teams formed an alliance to raise money for their town.
And then here's another word they want you to know.
Producers. Makers of something. Producers of children's toys often have kids test out new ideas.
So these are the key vocabulary words, and if you ever get stuck on them, go ahead and hit them. They're highlighted, and it will read it to you. Another cool feature about this magazine is it can blow up anything, like any text feature, like this map right here. It blows it up so you can see it a little bit closer. And I love this map so much because it ties into our social studies lesson that we just had. Here's that compass rose we talked about with north, east, south, and west on it. Never eat shredded wheat or sour waffles, somebody said. But here you can see our continents, some of our continents. We have North America here. And then you have Europe over here, so you can see where they traveled from. So here is England. So England is in Europe. And here they traveled across the sea to get to Plymouth. So you can see how they came from Europe to North America. And then let's see what else. These are the same videos that are in the front cover. So they're also here if you ever want to watch them again. So I want you to read through this whole article because you're going to have some questions related to this article. So make sure you read it through. And when I say read it, I mean listen to it and follow along with it. And if you really want a challenge, read it by yourself. Because you're a third grader. You should be up for a challenge. But go ahead and listen to this story. And then you can have fun on this page. This is Take the Thanksgiving Challenge. And here is a video of the history of Thanksgiving. That's the same video that was on the front cover as well. So you could wait and just watch it here if you like. And just like the other features, it plays
Infographic. Take the Thanksgiving Challenge. Plymouth's 1621 Harvest Feast is often called the first Thanksgiving, but it didn't look much like the celebrations you might be used to.
So it goes over the history of Thanksgiving, so make sure you pay attention to this, maybe a question in your quiz about it. And then I want you to read this as well, about a little girl. Here she has a story. Now this video is not on the front cover, so you would want to check this video out.
What if the world came together? Not to watch your favorite team play or to celebrate a milestone in life, but to give.
So this little girl, she's an example of what a great citizen is, and she knows the true meaning of Thanksgiving, which is not only just being thankful, but giving back and being a giver. And this is a great story to read and watch that video to get some background knowledge of her story. And remember, press play and it will play it for you.
My story. I give back. Chloe Thompson, 13.
So you're going to be reading all about Chloe Thompson, age 13, who lives in California, and she's going to tell you how giving back to her community, how she's giving back to her community, even at the age of 13, and how she's helping other kids and encouraging them to do the same thing. Also, we have turkey traditions over here in the White House. You're going to learn some turkey traditions and mealtime manners. Here's a sticky situation to read about. Now, if you really want to, you can do the quiz on the back and see how you do. But that's not necessary. But it's good to take a look at. And that is that. So you're going to be exploring this whole article today and learning a lot about the history of Thanksgiving. Now, when you are done doing that, I would maybe leave this magazine open and travel back to your assignment. So your assignment is in, well, you already know this because you're watching this video, Wednesday's reading folder. And you have Scholastic News questions. You're going to hit on that. And I'm going to take you to the preview here. And in this preview page, happy Thanksgiving, by the way, coming up. After reading the Scholastic News from November 16, that's just saying that's the issue. Remember, it's the November 16, 2020 issue. You are going to answer these questions. You may go back to the online resource. That's why I said leave it open. You can go back to this one. You can leave it open. And use it if you need it. Use the link and class code. Now that says from the social studies chalkboard, but I'm going to get rid of that chalkboard part from our social studies assignment folder. That's in our social studies folder, which is where we're at right now. Now, you're going to start your attempt, and you're going to listen to everything being read aloud. And there are 7 questions, so make sure you're going through all of them, and some of them are multiple choice, like how many pilgrims made the trip from England. Okay. True or false, a settlement is a small town. What is the name of the first settlement in America? So these are very simple questions about that article, that main article there. Why are the Wampanoag unsure of the Pilgrims? So this is all about that first article. So you want to pay attention to that first article. And remember, like I said, there are 7 questions, and each question is read aloud to you. And when you're finished, make sure you review your questions and press finished. And then you're all done. Don't forget to also do your handwriting assignment for reading as well. Happy Thanksgiving!